A very good morning to computer science participants. Let us start our computer lecture today. So in today's lecture we'll be covering two topics. One will be index from chapter 12 and second topic will be aggregate functions from chapter 13. Okay. So what are indexes? Index is actually required for the quick navigation in your tables. As we have index in our book that helps in quick and fast search for the content that we are looking inside that book. Similarly, the index helps us in the fast data retrieval from the tables. Okay. So the purpose of index is to access the data quickly. Okay, so your searching time for that particular content will be reduced when your database size is very large. There are thousands of entries inside that database and you want to search a particular type of thing. That time it will help you in your fast retrieval. Here we will be making small databases, so here you will not be able to notice that speed that much, but if the size of the database is too large, then in that case this index will be very much helpful. And one more thing I just want to tell you, that if you have created any primary key, that will automatically considered as a primary index of the table. Okay, means if you have created a primary key of the table, that means you are creating the index of the table for the quick reference, because primary key allows the unique entries and it will not allow any contradiction to be there, right? So primary key columns are in the primary index of the table automatically. Means if you have not created any primary key and then you are creating index, that is really very helpful for you. But if you have created your primary key column, then by default you have created your primary index for the quick reference, because that will help you in identifying that particular record from the table very easily. Fine. Okay, now how to create the MySQL index? For that the query is create, then you will give you will write create index and then the index name. Okay, then using, see, actually by default the index is creating using B tree. B tree stands for binary tree. Okay, but if you want to create index in hash or R tree way, then you can specify it, but we will not be using it here because this is not a part of your syllabus. So by default the tree uses, the index is created using B tree format. Okay, this was for your information only. And on keyword is to be written create index, index name, on which table you are going to create the index, that you will specify, and which column you are using to create the index, that you will specify. Okay, and the index you want to create in ascending or descending method, that you also you can define. Fine. So in this way index will be created, means like you have different chapters of the page, they will be marked in the index for the quick reference. Okay, like here roll number is, every entry has been marked here and it can be easily accessed with the help of this index. One thing that I want to tell you from this particular slide, an index in a database is also a table. Okay, from these databases you are creating a table. Table is again a database, okay, which stores arranged values of one or more columns in a specific order. Means first thing that you have noted from it is that these indexes are again giving rise to a table only, and this table will be arranged in a specific order. Okay. Next is your so I will tell you, when we will doing practical, I will tell you how to create these indexes. Next topic is your aggregate functions. So some functions in MySQL are like they work on some particular row. Okay, when we need to work upon a group of rows, or we need to create a group of particular rows together, that time we'll be using these aggregate functions, which are also known as group function. Why they are known as group function? Because these functions are executing on multiple rows. Okay, they are working on the group of rows rather than single rows. Okay, many group functions accept the following options. Means while using these aggregate functions, I will tell you which all are the aggregate functions. So they may use distinct keyword. Distinct will allow you to consider only distinct values of the aggregate. Distinct matlab unique, means there will not be any repetition. If you will use this keyword distinct, then there will be no repetition in the results of the rows. Okay, if you are using all keyword, then obviously duplicate entries are allowed. If there are duplicate entries in the database and you are using all keyword, then the duplicate data will be reflected in the output also. But if you are using distinct, then the duplicate entries will not be allowed. Only the distinct, only the unique entries will be acceptable. Okay, what all are the aggregate function? They are average function, avg, count function to count the number of rows or particular thing. Okay, max function is to calculate the maximum out of it. Min function is to calculate the minimum out of the given rows. Sum function will calculate the sum of the rows data. Okay, so we will be reading out these 5 functions today. Okay, so let us move to our practical part now. Okay, so initially I have to open a database. For that I'll be opening using a command use abc. Okay, so my database will be opened up. Now how to create? See, firstly I'll see how many data tables are there. So show tables. So these tables already have made in this particular ABC database. So I'll be choosing C1, I think. C1 I'll be choosing. Describe C1. Yes, this will be fine. See, in the key column you don't have any key, means there is no primary key on this table. So if there is no primary key and we will create an index, then you will see key index has been created and an entry has been made here. So let me show you. If there is no entry in the key there, then how would you specify the structure of the index? For that you need to write a command show index from C1 / G. You need to write this to see a particular index. Actually there is nothing inside it, no entry has been done, so it is showing like that only. Okay, till now we have not created any index, so that is why it is showing like that. So firstly we will be creating index. How to create index? Create index. Let us say the name of index. Oh, I will be writing it again. Create index. I is the name of the index. On is the keyword. C1, on which column you want to create index, like SID. Okay, index on which we are creating index, that column should have unique values, then only it will be successful. Okay, so this way our index has been created. Now we will use this command to show you the index. So you can see a table C1 that we have just created index. So index type is B tree here. Okay, on which column it has been created? SID. Okay, I told you it will be created using index type will be B tree by default. Okay, now if we want to see the structure again, what difference you will observe? Now you can see it has been created and key has been added here. Okay, and which type of key it is? MUL stands for your foreign key. Okay, fine. So your index has been created, but you will be able to only see the difference when there will be large number of entries in your database, and when you will try to access a particular record that will be searched up fast. That is the only difference you will feel when you will be having a large number of records. Okay, otherwise it is just the similar part of execution that otherwise you are doing. Okay, otherwise it will not make any difference in your execution. Okay, now let us move to the next topic of today's lecture, and that is aggregate functions. Okay, for that I'll be using your customer table that we have earlier created. So select star from CUST. So this was my customer table, right? So we will now implement average function. How to implement? See, in this I have only CID part where I can implement this average of the numbers. Now I can calculate, so I'll be using this part only. For that, what is to be written? Select AVG. AVG is for average. From which column we will be taking out average? CID. Okay, then see, if you will not write a name for this column, then AVG CID will come, or if you will write the particular name in the double quotes, then that particular name will be coming as heading. I will show you. I am writing average completely. Okay, double quotes closed, from CUST customer, right? So average, it has calculated. How average is calculated on general basis: 1 plus 2 plus 3 divided by 3. So this is 6 divided by 3 is 2. So average is 2.0. I was saying, see, the name of the table has the table that has been created temporarily here is average has come. If I will not write this average here, then whatever has been written will be coming. Okay, now you can differentiate. If I'm writing a particular word in double quotes after this function name, then it will come as it is here. If I'm not using these type of any notation, then the particular heading will be like this only. I hope it is clear to you. So it is totally dependent upon you ki which type of notation you want. Okay, now count function. Select count, COUNT. CID I am again using, counting how many entries are there under this CID column. Okay, from CUST. Okay, so how many entries were there? 3 only. How 3? You can see here 1, 2 and 3. So outcome is 3. Okay, now if you want to go for another column, like I have used, if you are confused, like if CID is there, that is why it is coming. Another column was LN, last name, so that is also giving 3 entries. Na, in LN also we have 3 entries, so count is 3. Okay, if you want to say distinct we have not used till now, so I'll try. See, in LN all 3 entries having the same name. So if I use distinct, only 1 entry will be, because 1 entry is being repeated 2 more times. Na? So in total it makes 3, but distinct is only 1. Na? So output will be 1. So let me show you here. So I'll be using keyword distinct. DISTINCT. Okay, fine. So 1, because one distinct entry we are having. I hope it is clear to you. Now next function comes max function. Select max. Instead of count I am making max, and this will not work here, ln will not work here, so I am making it CID, because for maximum we need to have some mathematical values, na? Maximum number is 3, you can see here maximum number is 3 and minimum is 1. So if I change max by min, then what will be the outcome? You know, 1. Okay, then next is, if you want to calculate sum, how to calculate sum? By replacing average with sum. What will be the sum? 1 plus 2 plus 3, that will be 6. Okay, now along with these functions you can add conditions also. Like here I am adding a condition where city is equals to Delhi. Why 3 has come? Just see the table again. I told ki I want to sum all those values where city is Delhi. So there is only one entry where the city is Delhi, and that is 3. So 3 has been come in the output, you can see here. Okay, so in this way you can do, you can attach this function to any other function also. Like I have used sum here, you can take average. Average will also be same if I use this same condition. Why? Because there is only one entry, so average will be 3 divided by 1, because number of entries are 1 only, so value is 3 divided by 1 is 3. Fine. So here we completed our second part also. Keep practicing these tutorials again and again, and prepare your practical file along with it. The questions that are given at the back exercise will help you to make your practical file. Use those questions and make your practical file on regular basis. Whatever practical you are doing, that should be added or saved. The soft copy should be saved for the further reference, otherwise you have to make your soft copy again. So never let it go waste. Isko copy paste karke just save it in the Word, so for further reference it will be used up. Okay, keep practicing. Thank you.